All right. Second. Minutes approved. First up on item agenda number 1, Chip Capes, authorizing Office of CNS to update and make revisions to environmental review policies.
All right, so basically, HUD's come back and said that we can advertise on our website, a government website that has something to do with HUD, rather than do it in the newspaper, or do it both of them. So that's something new.
Okay.
We're gonna add that to it. And there's also some things about dealing with the floodway, that if you determine a house or a project inside of a floodway or not a floodway, you don't have to go back and recheck it or re-evaluate it as you're making different plans down the road.
Okay. As simple as that.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Chip. All right. Number 2, Marvin, you got the rest of the show almost, besides Heather. So let me get your item number 2.
All right.
Authorizing amendment number 1. Go ahead.
Yes, so
Tuscaloosa
we
Fire
are.
Rescue.
Oh, sorry.
No, you good. You good.
Okay. We are requesting our first amendment to our MOU with the Tuscaloosa Fire Rescue. This is to add additional funds in the amount of $40,000 to increase their current MOU to $111,671.60. This is for additional acquisition of fire equipment to prevent, prepare for, and respond to the emergence of COVID-19 and other infectious diseases.
Okay. So you just adding to this? Is it
Yes,
coming
we are
out?
adding to it. They have a current MOU with our office.
Okay.
And we're just adding additional funds so they can continue to get the equipment that they need.
Okay. Your motion?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Okay,
Motion approved.
fantastic. Oh, yay! So, okay, I'm gonna be up here for a while, so I'm gonna get comfortable.
Okay. Take
I'm
your
not gonna
time.
be up here for that long. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
I'll take my
Yeah,
time.
don't take all that. No, go ahead.
Okay, so today we are going to be presenting the final action plan of our 5-year consolidated plan. It started in 2020, and this is the last year, 2024. We call this one Resolve. We have set out our pace, and we are going to see it through. So, without further ado, I'm going to keep it moving.
Okay.
So you know who we are, the Office of Community and Neighborhood Services. Our goal is to increase the quality of life for our Tuscaloosa communities and neighborhoods. Our mission is to advance social and economic justice through the creation of strong, sustainable, and inclusive communities. We are talking about 2 of our major grant programs today. The first is the Community Development Block Grant, CDBG. The goals of CDBG is to benefit low to moderate income people, prevent slums and blight, and meet an urgent need. Also, in our Home Investment Partnerships program, this is our grant that is solely dedicated to affordable housing. Affordable housing activities under home also have to meet these objectives. In our consolidated plan, we decided that we had 5 priorities, and we're going to talk about those priorities tonight, but the consolidated plan priorities set out the roadmap for how we invested these precious federal dollars into our community. The primary objective, if you're a Star Trek fan, the prime objective is affordable housing. Our first priority is to increase and or maintain affordable housing units. The second one,
Could you go back? That's new housing construction. Is that with partnering with
hold on.
Habitat?
yes,
Is
that
that's
is
okay.
that is new housing construction. That is homes through Habitat or supporting the Tuscaloosa Housing Authority.
Mm-hmm.
That is with CDBG supporting infrastructure for those types of communities. Rehab,
Lead abatement.
lead abatement. So those things make sure that people can stay in their houses,
Sure.
that the housing stock that we currently have does not continue to diminish, and that people will remain housed. Also, acquisition, helping people become homeowners.
That's a need.
Yes, and tenant-based rental assistance too. Some people are not going to be homeowners,
Right.
but they may qualify for some additional supports, and we want to be able to provide those supports to them.
Okay.
The second priority is to increase our ability to access or maintain affordable housing. So the first two priorities work hand in hand. We're trying to create that holistic support for affordable housing in our community. Housing counseling is one of the key cornerstones of increasing access, legal services, ensuring that persons who are dealing with barriers to housing can get the representation and aid that they need. And also, again, down payment assistance.
So down payment assistance, how would they, is there a link or something they can follow up on that?
Our down payment assistance program is currently being revamped.
Okay.
So once that becomes established, we will definitely be sharing more information.
I know people benefited from it.
Oh, yes.
So I know-
Yes. Yes.
Be sure, okay.
So we also, again, going back to benefiting low and moderate income people, we want to make sure we're stabilizing people. That's providing a variety of different programs. We have some examples there. Also promoting public infrastructure, because again, you have to think about our number one priority is affordable housing.
Right.
So how can we utilize infrastructure in order to make that a reality? And then we also decided, we want to think about employment training and educational opportunities. And here are some examples of what that would look like.
That's good.
So I'm going to go right on into our action plan. So these are the elements. We've talked about this a couple of times. If you want me to go through it, I will. Keep it moving. All right. The application process, just want to say our application process is rigorous. It is complex. And the reason for that is because the funding that we have is rigorous and complex.
Yeah.
So we make sure that our program managers in our office are reviewing the applications that we receive and making sure that they meet our priorities and the HUD standard. This is the process. We are currently at number 7, funding recommendations. There are 4 additional steps in this process. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the community block grant allocation. Our CPD allocation. We received $1,238,113 this year. That is a combination of our CDBG and home funding. And this is actually a decrease of 9% from last year. Over the course of this consolidated plan, we've received about $6.5 million in CDBG and home funds. That does not include the money that has come through our office through ESG, through our different CV programs, and our American Rescue Program. So, project and program recommendations. Ooh, CDBG. Ooh. Okay, so this is a funding breakdown. We received $810,847. We have program admin and planning, that's a maximum of 20%. That is a HUD cap. We don't create that. HUD says, hey, you cannot spend more than 20% of this towards the operation and oversight of the administration of this grant.
Okay.
Section 108, repayment, we pay that every single year. And then you'll see down at the bottom what we have available for the different types of activities that CDBG can fund.
Okay.
They're broken into 2, public service and non-public service. Non-public service is easier to remember. It's bricks and sticks, construction,
Right.
rehab.
Right.
Section 108, loan repayment. So we have to take this from our annual allocation. So this is what we'll be paying on our Section 108 loan. CDBG program administration and planning. This is our maximum. This is going to be used for the administrative planning and implementation of CDBG.
Okay.
Public service activities. Keep in mind, that our number one priority is affordable housing.
Sure.
So the plans, the projects and activities you will see today will all be in support of that one priority. Comprehensive housing counseling, like I mentioned before, is the cornerstone of HUD's affordable housing strategy. We are a certified housing counseling agency, and we have housing counselors in our office. They passed a difficult is an understatement national certification exam to provide standardized counseling for persons who are looking for a home, interested in just being a renter. So it is a very key component to us being dynamic and able to meet the need of our community.
That's well needed.
Then we have the Tuscaloosa Homeless Prevention Program. This is with Legal Services Alabama. They requested $35,000. We're going to fund them for the full amount. Okay. Last year they served 148 individuals. Their goal was 100. They exceeded their goal. What can I say about them other than I wish I could replicate them? Right. So we're going to fund them as well. And then street outreach. This is with Temporary Emergency Services. They requested $80,000. We are going to fund them 46,627. I can't see it. I got glasses on. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So Temporary Emergency Services has a program where they go out into the community to assist unsheltered persons, the literally homeless people. And this includes the mobile laundry, the mobile shower, but also the services that they provide at their location. And so we want to ensure that we are supporting that because, again, it's that continuum of housing that we want to support. Okay? Non-public service, bricks and sticks, critical home repair. We are requesting to fund Habitat for Humanity for $100,000 for rehab. They have done this program since 2016. They have done a fairly great job, and we want to continue that. And then West Grove Design and Infrastructure, also with Habitat for Humanity. This is the project that they're currently working on near Carlton Park.
Sure.
And they requested $451,272. They have a gap in funding for that amount. Unfortunately, because of the amount of money that we received, we were only able to fund them request to fund them $331.
Right.
So this is to help with the design and infrastructure for 25 homes in that subdivision. Right. Okay. Any questions? I appreciate you. Yes. Okay, so we're moving on to home. Okay. So, if you have your handout with you, I'm going to go back to the last screen. So, home funding is a little bit different than what we have listed up here, okay? So, with home, we are allowed to utilize our program income in conjunction with our annual allocation to put those on affordable housing projects. So, our annual allocation was $427,000 to $726, $27. This is in addition to $85,000 in program income that we've added together, and now these funds are going to be able to be allocated out. We are doing program administration. There is a 10% HUD maximum cap, and that's on the original allocation, that 427, so that'll be 42. Chodo set aside, we'll talk about that a little bit more, but the amount available for projects and programs is actually more than that. It is $406,110.97.
You rolling.
Let's keep it moving.
You rolling.
Home program administration, again, we can only utilize 10% of this program for administration. So the stuff that you see today,
Sure.
only 10% of that grant is utilized for those services or those items.
Right.
Chodo set aside.
Yeah.
So a chodo, or some people say chodo. A chodo set aside.
I like Chodo.
It is a community housing development organization, and under Home is required to set aside 15% of its annual allocation for the chodo, for the development of affordable housing.
Okay.
It is an application process
Right.
that they have to go through, and they will apply with our lovely associate director. And so right now, Habitat is the only chodo in Tuscaloosa.
Okay.
So the set aside is $64,089.74, and we're going to propose that we award that to them.
Yeah. They're doing the work. Why not?
They're doing the work. So affordable housing construction. Habitat requested $300,000 to build 2 homes. Because Habitat is also receiving the chodo,
Sure.
so they got $64,000 and some change.
Right.
We are proposing to award them $55,910.06. This will bring their total allocation under this program year to $120,000.
Right.
Now, that might not seem like a lot, but Habitat also is able to keep their program income
Right.
and utilize that to put back into affordable housing construction.
Sure.
And the next project is, again, affordable housing construction with the Springer Estates. And the Housing Authority requested $600,000 in the hopes of constructing 5 to 7 single-family homes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because of our allocation, we only could fund them $350,200.91. With this amount, this will support 4 homes. So,
Yeah.
and that's it. You got any questions?
So moved.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna approve. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
But I just want to thank y'all. Listen, this is the reason I think I ran.
No, just presentation.
Oh, so I thought you said we had to approve this,
We
right?
don't have to approve it.
Yeah, but we got,
Next time.
the next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one, the next item we're gonna approve to go to council for the.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and
Let me see.
Alright, so this is our actionable item.
Okay.
This will authorize our office to advertise all of those recommendations that you saw for the 2024 action plan, and it'll be open for citizen comment for 30 days.
Okay. So I make a motion. Go ahead, have a motion. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
I think she just interrupted, the vote interrupted me, because I just want to say, this is the kind of stuff I ran for. You know what I mean? This is what I want to do. I don't want to take pictures and photo ops. I want to change my community, and I see this group doing just that, so I get excited. We might not have a full house, but I guarantee you, this is some real work right here. I appreciate you guys. So, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions, comments?
I got one more.
You got one more?
We got one more item.
Okay. Is that 4? That was only 4, right? Go ahead. You good.
So the last item would authorize the mayor to execute a grant agreement
Okay.
with U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development for 2023 grant assistance for the homeless management information systems. That is a $42,000 grant that we utilize to operate that system.
Okay.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Motion approved. Thank you, Pella. Margaret, LaFerry, Chip.
Thank
Any
you.
more questions or concerns?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All in